Today we are beginning our weaving unit. Weaving is an ancient art form that goes back thousands of years. You interlace threads to create fabric. The ancient Egyptians practiced it, as did cultures from all around the world. You can make enormous rugs on large looms. You can use a backstrap loom to make a long piece of fabric. You can create woven baskets out of natural materials like straw, and you can create fine art. Today we will go over the basics and get started. First, you have to warp your loom. The warp strings will go up and down. A loom is the thing you weave on. Tape thread on the first tab, wind it around and around and around until you get to the end and tape the other side. Then write your name and class on the tape. Make sure to pull nice and tight. Now you're ready to weave. Pick a piece of thread about as long as your arms. Cut it off and get a needle. We are using tapestry needles. They are not sharp, but still be careful with them. You need to thread the needle. If you have a hard time getting it through the eye, which is the hole on the top, try using a needle threader. This invention is awesome. It's a little piece of paper folded in half, and here's what you do. You take your string, you put it inside like a hot dog inside a hot dog bun, and you squeeze it tight. Then you take the paper and you stick it through the eye of the needle and pull the paper on the other side. Threaded needle. Pull it a couple of inches and just let it hang there. You don't need to tie any knots for your first string. Begin at the bottom, doesn't matter which side, and start weaving. Over, under, over, under, over, under. Use both hands to pull at the string until you get to the other side. Once you do, you are going to pull, 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 stop until you have a little tail. So everyone please say tail. Good, let it stick out. Then you're going to go back. Look at your previous string. Is it under or over? Okay, now you're going to go the opposite way. So use both hands. Kind of fight it. Again, this is a pattern and you're doing the opposite of the one before. Once you get to the end, you pull, 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 stop. And then push your thread down. Now, if you pull too tight, you kind of mess up the strings. So you want to keep the edges loose. Now, you keep going until you're ready to change colors. When you run out of string, cut off the old one, put a new one in a needle threader, and thread your needle again. Then start on the same side where you left off and do the opposite. Some kids like to tie their strings together. You can cut them short later, but don't cut them right now. Your weaving isn't tight enough. Just let them hang off the sides for now. Now for some fancy stuff. You can weave with 2 strings at the same time. That's called a basket weave. Just double up your string and do the same thing as before. So let the 2 pieces dangle at the end. You can also weave with 2 colors at the same time. You just get 2 colors in that needle threader and weave just like before. You can also weave with recycled materials like plastic or cloth. And if the needle threading is too hard for you, you can do this whole thing just with your hands. When these are finished, we will take a stick, like a chopstick, weave them through the top, and actually cut them off the loom so that you will have a little free hanging tapestry. Do not cut them off though before talking to me because there's a very specific way to do this.